Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I'm going to get right into it today because I have a lot to give you. This reading is called God's Love. It's how do you raise your vibration and get into harmonious, permanent physical union. Alright, this is what this read is all about. A lot of information came up. If you need anything from me, services, my information is below, twinflames3344.com and at gmail.com if you need to email me. My CD is out there, Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames. It's on iTunes, CD Baby, Google Play, and Amazon. If you would like to buy it, that's a great way to support me. It's only $1. And of course, all my other services are on my website if you want to check that out. And I'm going to get right into it. It is May 3rd, 2019. The 3 is all about the Empress and Earth, Gaia, about abundance. And being a wise, nurturing, powerful, loving woman that you are. The day adds up to 20, which is a 2. So here we have the Judgment. The Judgment card is all about judgment, making decisions. But in this deck, the Judgment card is karma. So it's all about karma as well. Maybe decisions coming through. The feminine coming into their power today and making decisions about their own life. But let's see what comes through. It was pretty cool what came through. There's a lot of information. Some really cool downloads and messages here. Epiphanies and channeled messages, okay? So we started, the read was at 8:08, okay? So that was cool as well. The major arcana from the Syrian Starseed deck were Ascension, which is the world, Karma, which is the Judgment card, and then Divine Justice, which is justice. The Hanging Man was also underneath the underlying energy, which I do use, which is called the Hanging Man in this deck. There were 3 cups, 1 pentacle, 2 swords, 2 wands. The court cards were just the King of Cups, and the card after the read was the Page of Cups. And in this deck, it's really beautiful. The page is like the heart cracking open wide. The numbers and the coding were all about financial discipline and change. The numbers were 5, 9, 13. So that's the Hierophant, the Hermit. 13 is a death, transition, transformation. 27 of the Ace of Wands. That was also important in this read today. 135 came up, as well as 77, which is the 9 of Pentacles, the Sovereign. The sequence 789. 78, which is the 10 of Pentacles, 89, and 35, which is the Wounded Warrior, the 9 of Wands. Also, Mary Magdalene comes up under that number. And then 31, 22. And 31 is that expansion energy, which is in the read today, and then 22 of the Fool. Fresh new starts with an open heart, perpetually, and jumping into your faith. Trusting, with your heart open wide. In every moment, if you're present at 0 point, then you're always conscious of whether to allow something in or walk away from it in loving yourself first. So the message here about financial discipline and change was about hang 5, so taking a time out, hang 5 of I, your I am presence, mastering a good thing, your wish, good luck, satisfaction, in transformation of financial discipline and changes going on. Also Han, like Han Solo is coming up here, as far as the masculine, because the masculine comes up as Han all the time in the Divine Masculine reads. Han's expansion, change, Taurus, marriage, of I, so his marriage within, and then mastering of the wise one, the collective consciousness, the hermit, or mastering of his heart in rebirth, using his magician embodiment, and the Empress of the feminine, knowing that they are both human. So remember that, okay? They're human, we're human, and we all make mistakes. We're not perfect, and that's okay. Master of the new moon coming up. Is that tomorrow? I'm not positive, but I think it is. Master of the new moon, a satisfaction in rebirth, and then expanding, and I was getting the number 130 plus 5 is that 135 that came up. So the 130 is like the death and transformation of 13, with Source supporting it, but Source contained in a human body, so remember we're not perfect, plus 5 of expansion, fun, freedom. Also can be conflict though. Those were the messages. So getting right into the read, because there is a lot to cover here. We started out with the 7 of Chalices, and I had this yesterday too in a read too. I don't know if it's the one I posted or not, but 7 of Chalices as the underlying energy, so it's like Stairway to Heaven. It's also synchronicities for me, and then the Hanging Man beneath it. Okay? Taking the steps, 2.5 more to get there. The Hanging Man hovering behind, while the Queen of Pentacles with the past, twin, and or kids returning for family, legacy, and or just time out to spend together. In half of a cup, just 2 cups stand together. So in a half more cup way there, like a half step, there's just 2 cups left standing, right? The last 2 standing, like the last one standing, the last 2 standing together with 4 paces between them. And 4 comes up for union. And then I was getting inchworm. 2 and 2 are 4, 4 and 4 are 8, 8 and 8 are 16, 16 and 16 are 32. So it's inchworm, you know, step at a time, take your time. It's also about, as you take your time, 2 and 2 becomes 4 of union, 4 and 4 becomes 8 of integration, 8 and 8 becomes 16 of you ready to expand again with the tower, and then tower plus tower equals 32 of journeyman. That's that 6 of wands. And that was at 8:36, and 36 is the 10 of wands. It's ending the last, that comes up in this read today too. The last of the 10s that comes in is the 10 of wands, because that's the physical manifestation of the end. All right? And at 8:36, a bird gently hit my side window. So that was definitely a sign there. Out, sometimes a bird has to hit the window to fall and realize, oh, maybe I shouldn't be flying around that thing, you know. There's a lesson there in the fall, and that's been coming up all week, to allow the fall. Out giving to others truth, the feminine, of breaking through crown to God's love, peace, and your antenna connection. Inspiration comes from grounding and integrating, mastering God's love. Cowboy is integrating a long line of DNA, rubies and rubles, rupees, and black and yellow Arcturian boots, visiting the earth. Special grounding boots, like landing on the moon. And then I was getting, here am I floating around my tin can, far above the moon. Okay, so this is from David Bowie's Space Oddity. Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do. Okay, and Spirit's connecting with me, because there's some blueness and energy going around the planet today. Ground control to Major Tom, or now it's Major Tom to ground control. Okay, so now the masculine's up in the air, talking back to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in the most peculiar way. The stars look very different today. Tell my twin instead of my wife, because this is the etheric marriage, the divine marriage. Tell my twin I love her very much. She knows. Page of Wands, inspired to finish the race, the human race, with all our differences and oddities. 1 foot bigger than the other. What does it matter? If we bow down to others, and I was just getting Bowie down to others, we live at cross purposes, cross keys. On your mark, set, grab your key and run. Be free. You may question God's love because you see the 3 other cups you were given did not bring satisfaction. Yet did they not supply you with enough love to get you to this point where you get to decide to choose love again? No mistakes, just love in the 4th gear, the 4th leg of the race. When you pass the baton, you hold on loosely so the other can have it. If you held on too tight, the 4th wouldn't be able to go on, and actually you may pull them down. Pass the magic wand and set them free, to end the race for you both. It's his turn to take the baton, and there may be a big curve within his stint to maneuver, to man over. Okay, so man up kind of energy there. The underlying energies for this read were Gemini upright, Libra reversed, Virgo reversed, Taurus upright, Leo upright, Aquarius reversed, Scorpio reversed, and Cancer reversed. And this is not the same as the body of the read. In the body of the read, most of the energies were reversed today. There was a few upright, but not many. So just keep that in mind as I go on with the read. So the kids are out in the underlying energies, out and about, feeling off, possibly turned around, needing your guidance. Negative self-talk, loss of power, money, independence, jealousy, insincerity, unable to offer love as they once did. So these are kids growing up and getting turned around a bit as we go into also it's 11:11. Page of Swords reversed, Nine of Pentacles is a teen reversed, and then the Knight of Cups reversed, which actually can be the masculine as well. All three reversed were coming up underneath Leo and Taurus energies, like not happy with their living circumstances with a Leo or Taurus. Leo-Taurus energies were upright and happy, but the kids and this Knight of Cups could be a child or it could be the masculine as well, are not happy in this living environment. So kids coming up here about growing up and how to deal with certain situations. It was just 11:44, which is justice and mastering. So free to do so in high school, right? To be free, to be independent. And college, a scary place between there and knowing who you are. There'd be no point in living life here on this planet if we couldn't learn from the ones who have been here the longest, i.e. your elders. Like ground control and Major Tom, we all need a grounding mechanism, like the cheerleaders, bases and flyers. The stronger the base, the higher you can fly. The young teach us to stay love and be inspired, but the old know how to catch you when you fall and know you will rise again and again because it is written. They know because they have lived it here and now. The fonts of youth, power, and wisdom, and spirits connecting with me. And by the way, in the Divine Triangle numerology book, it's based on the Pythagorean theorem of the squares of youth, power, and wisdom. And in that book, it's youth plus power equals wisdom. If you draw a square out from each side of the isosceles triangle, that's what they're referencing. So the elders know because they've lived here and now the fonts of youth, power, and wisdom. The power is the illusion to learn. You don't really need things, popularity and riches. Love and nature provide all the real beauty. To be sovereign is not to discount the rest of the world, only to know you are your own last word. Not your 3D ego, but your direct connect to God, source, higher self. Two Y's don't make an X. Oops, that's not true, because they actually do. But two X's don't make a Y, because the feminine has already asked the questions. Who would have thought the Riddler was actually the magician triggering us? The young, powerful, wise, beautiful, bold, and free. How to incorporate all three. Beauty is in the eye of the be bolder. Love God. So that's like a message from God there. So I turn the page, it's 9:19. 9 is the Hermit, 19 is the Sun. Right? Kind of cross purposes there of the Hermit, the old Hermit, wise inside alone, and the Sun, big, bright, and fully exposed. And a car sped north at this time, going north, following your North Star, your true north. The young have all the physical beauty, the guts and the glory, and yet they are the most jealous. Jack climbs the beanstalk to see what giant is all about. The middle realm know how to buckle down and save and expand. Yet they're also the biggest knuckleheads who need saving and expand so much that they need a new belt buckle. All work and no play caused Jill to leave Jack, and Jack a dull boy. The old with the wisdom Yet where has the time gone? They just want to relax and enjoy, but does that mean staying still at home? Or the same old timeshare that you've always gone to? The wisdom is the means by which to live your authentic self, to no longer care what others think, because you no longer rely on anyone else. Jack in the Box pops out and smiles and surprises even themselves sometimes. Time to enjoy the simple things and pass on your knowledge, your heart, still open, returning to God, thus becoming childlike again in order to come home. Wedding came up as the underlying energy. Beneath that was worth waiting for wedding. This situation involves marriage, and then time for a white wedding. All right, so that came up as well. Envy and jealousy. Envy and jealousy are out now, as seeing new lovers parade around because it's spring. Suddenly longing for back in the day. Under the full moon, up all night drunk, reflecting what we were not, only to wake in pain, regretting what we did the night before, or did not, and trying to decide which pain was worse, and figuring you must be cursed. There is a reason you need to work to find your inspiration, otherwise you just drink yourselves into oblivion and be dead by the age of 40. Here it is again, which would be the worst pain, being in separation or living with them when they would treat you like shit or badly. Or you'd have to deal with bad circumstances in the family, which would have been harder. Only the universe sees the big picture, i.e. faith, trust that God's got your back, your best interest. As the divine feminine longs, the divine masculine lobster finds a pearl, as they both allow their hearts to open again and not care what others think. And lovebirds are out feeding pigeons in the spring when the moon is out in the light of day. As we turn the page, it was 9:42, which is the Two of Cups, very much about the lovers. Leadership came up as underlying energy number 81, which is the completion number in the divine triangle. It's also 9 by 9, which is 9 plus 9 is 18, which is the reflection of 81, 9 times 9. Teach and learn was underneath that. So teaching and learning, 57, the swords that hurt, the pangs of the heart, create leadership and completion. The pain was all expansion to transmute. Lovers flanked by 2 tens, reversed, over the worst and ready to move on. First, the 10 of Pentacles falls, which causes the 10 of Swords to fall, the pain that comes in from losing all the money or the family or all the wounds your family gave you, the legacy. And then the Cups and the family come in. So after the pain, the family now has felt that pain that you went through, and now the cups come tumbling down. And finally, the physical battle must be done and won for union. Okay? To be won. 4, 3, 2, 1, which is how David Bowie's song starts out. Ground control to Major Tom. Blast off, the lovers, the bass and the flyer. Now the masculine's grounded. He raises her up. He's fought a good war, but he's now too tired to even be angry anymore. Earth's battlefield is blue, and there's nothing I can do. This war within myself is only bringing me down. As he becomes still, he remembers Atlantis, Lemuria, 5D love, and dolphin wisdom, and peaceful magenta waters, and love at its finest. He has conquered the battlefields of love, and ready to find peace and appreciate what he's got, defenseless to synchronicities, and grounding and integrating God's love. On the stairway to heaven and divine marriage, in a risk to close the separation gap with leadership, teaching, and learning. So recently was the 8 of Crystals, or the 8 of Pentacles. The King of Wands reversed and working with crystal energy, stuck in his emotions about sharing with messenger of truth, some harsh words coming in, or that could be him as well, but stuck in those emotions about messenger of truth who can speak with harsh words, or he's sharing his harsh truth. 5D connection in sleep and or meditation fending off others to manifest finding a way out and within. Justice, Libra, divorce, whatever it takes. The foundation is karma and judgment in split. Okay. Lie, duplicitous, divide. In need of attention from Empress, who's got it good. She's all right. With crown open, grounding and integrating her divine marriage. That was at 10-12 of wisdom. All right, so hanging and seeing the new perspectives. Centrally is ascension, the world. Completion, closure, commanding your world. And that word came up. So command is important. Commanding your world. Awaken to new passion, creativity and growth. Up at night, possibly not enough sleep last night, but rising above using meditation and 5D connection, transformation, the challenge being getting your wish. Okay, 9 of chalices is like 9 of cups. The challenge being getting your wish, standing your ground without caving in after being dumped by out of control Emperor reverse, now crying and purging, now feeling what you, divine feminine, felt. And it was just 21-12. So I turn the page as 10-16, 16 is the tower, and 10 is a turn for the better. So this is sudden changes for the better. Third party looking in, wanting romance, a marked Capricorn perhaps, or devilish angel, and hermit who sheds light on it. Hermit angel and devil, page of wands, looking in on King of Swords, or that page of wands is the King of Swords, which could be Virgo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aries, all involved here. The angel and the devil, who's wrong, who's right? The one in their truth and others walking away, or the one out of control with power and now crying their eyes out after falling? All those times the divine feminine cried watching the divine masculine be happy, partying, going on trips and family gatherings without them, not caring whether she lived or died. Now she gets her wish, because her truth has caused him to fall into his dark night, watching you have fun after finding your way out of the box. Now crowning is risk on your mind. Okay? Passing on downloads, but not wanting to hurt your divine masculine. Remembering what it felt like to you, and you don't want to do the same, but you need to keep your high vibration, your energy up. So you have to keep yourself happy to bring him with you. Just remember the truth presented with love can only heal those triggered by their own wounds and lies that need to come up. The King of Cups reversed is feeling insecure and possibly manipulative about the High Priestess and or secrets, and conflicted about others who appear to be free, but no one's all up right now. Taurus, Aries, Virgo, Pisces doing their best right now, but even them are up and down as well. These sealed divine feminines are complete and holding back passions, or not. Queen of Wands, rejected or spoiled, protecting herself. Someone recently saved from a near-death experience, which possibly could be a Virgo, for new life of love. She may feel rejected, or she may reject a Libra, this Queen of Wands, Sagittarius or Scorpio, after protecting them from seeing the harsh truth. That's her point of view, that she was protecting the masculine, the karmic protecting him by lying or hiding things, now shocking him that the divine feminine would actually put that out there, and that the karmic would sneak around and lie behind his back. His flirtation and wounded warrior confidant about Leo strong-arming him, flashing her booty, or forgiving or forcing him to have sex with her, the karmic, or just using jealousy to get her way with him, that now he's walking away into judgment. He stands, just a man, in judgment by two women. And then comes in, I don't know how to love him. Okay, so that's coming up from Jesus Christ Superstar, Mary Magdalene singing to Jesus. He's a man, he's just a man. And I've had so many men before in very many ways. He's just one more. Should I bring him down? Should I scream and shout? Should I speak of love? Let my feelings out. I never thought I'd come to this. what's it all about? Okay, so that's coming in, and Spirit's connecting with me. That was at 10:40, and 10 is the Wheel of Fortune that turned for the better, and 40 is the Page of Cups, but it's also the number in the oracle cards of Jesus. And Jesus' unconditional innocence in his love, but very childlike. We turn the page, and Spirit's still connecting. Virgo near death, Scorpio looking to jump, Aries falling from power, Sagittarius and Capricorn, Angel and Devil, Animal House Syndrome. King of Cups could be Libra, Sagittarius, Capricorn combo with air. Pisces and Aries as well. King of Swords, Wounded Warrior, Capricorn, Aries, Aquarius. Queen of Wands, any fire sign with Pisces and or Libra, Scorpio. Soon, Ace of Flames. Manipulation, family, all that done with. At work, coming together, but possibly losing hope and faith. Falling from grace at the hand of truth, the divine masculine. War within self. Frustrated little devil with third party looking on, or him being watched at work for inappropriate behavior that may or may not be true. Shock or surprise, past done. Time for passion and new growth, as all is exposed, as fires burn higher and more intense. You all see yourself as conflict, expansion, change, drama, passions rising, in downturn, implementing a new plan to escape from your prison. 5 of Flames. The Romance Angel cards will give your relationship a chance. New love, attraction. Make the effort that great love is worth the steps you need to take. All right, we started the read here with the steps to take. There's only a few left. Around you, or how you are seen, is the King of Cups, who is bluish green. Okay? A little down, perhaps, possibly nauseous or envious. Left eye open, the feminine, a new orientation for the masculine. Magnetizing gold coin to plan new life with self-satisfaction and ending pain, back pain, betrayal, all together with unconditional love. Closing the gap. Clear blocks of separation, heartbreak, epiphanies. Hit by lightning, or perhaps medical shock therapy, or heart treatment. Hermit wisely sheds light on breakups, disconnects that drain energy and also cling, i.e. energy vampires. Virgo is good here, Leo and Scorpio not, maybe in for a shock of the third kind. Change comes up here from the numerology deck, and financial discipline, but even more so here is music and synchronicities. The King of Pentacles, superhero, making things right again. So the last two cards of the read are Justice and the Page of Chalices, which is divine justice in this deck, and the Page of Chalices is normally the Page of Cups. Okay, so these are the last two cards of the read. As justice, Libra, divorce, or settlement, or just ringing a bell that it's dinner time, the Last Supper, or an angel just got their wings. Destiny's child, present. Karmic, unaware, or ignorant, or told secrets, showing off in judgment due to no affection, because the divine masculine's been juggling. And that doesn't mean they're juggling people, but definitely can be. And the people involved with this situation are Aries, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Pisces, Aquarius, and Leo. Karmic, unaware of new love, or Libra, or Pisces Libra, secret love child, or abortion that a karmic may have had and the masculine wasn't aware of it. Could be a feminine too with her karmic masculine, or a secret a child's been holding on to now comes out, or literally a cheerleader and gets the flyer position. Healing, forgiving, over loss, but still fighting going on, or just kids' competitions and sports to go to. Wounded Warrior, Queen of Swords is reversed, stuck with the kids, or on a quest, or causing more fights, conflict, or drama, while the King of Wands is now upright and back on top of his game of thrones once again. As we turn the page, it was 11:14, 11 of justice and 14 of the angels. Patience, balance. Hanging in limbo, taking steps to heaven and seeing synchronicities, heaven in their eyes, grounding and integrating, Aquarius or karma and judgment, conflict, fighting, expansion, drama and change, as the King of Cups or unconditional love, works to complete cycle or works with Pisces energy in challenge of getting wish and satisfaction with new passion and creativity and epiphanies, closing the gap, passing on downloads and finding justice, and or Libra, truth and balance, opening heart to love and or connecting with a child, in limbo, doing a two-step, but possibly cheating a little bit, working to get energy back, grounding and integrating a divine marriage or divine love-making, karma or final divorce complete, in a risky pursuit of receiving and passing on downloads without cheating, in order to get wish, drama, conflict, and or expansion, firing up, new passion in order to rise, King of Cups separates and or closes the gap, the gate for truth, balance, and new love, puppy love. And then Michael Jackson's And They Called It Puppy Love. Okay, so that came up, as well as Thriller's Flash Mob and John Travolta's Pose, right? in Saturday Night Fever, and then Madonna in Vogue, 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 Vogue. Okay, so that came up as the end of the read, that decrescendo out. Okay, so that was the end of the read. It was 10:27. So 27 again was that Ace of Wands. New passion, new growth. So there's a lot of passion here. It's like a big fire beneath you, propelling the one flame out into space, like a rocket taking off, or the base with the cheerleader and the flyer throwing them up in the air. That's the propulsion that's happening here. There's a lot of energy coming up here. So I'm going to show you the picks, and then I'm going to go so I can get to the oracle cards. There was several picks that came out in the shuffle, so I'm going to show you them as well. Okay, so this came out in the shuffle. That came out in the shuffle. Alright, this is the basic read. And then here's the full read. I can get a better look. Okay.